There is a quiet power in the world that we often overlook. It doesn't shout, it doesn't rush. It waits patiently for us to notice. That power is stillness. In a society that glorifies busyness, we are told that constant motion equals progress. Yet the truth is that without stillness, we lose the very thing that gives life meaning, clarity, connection, and optimism. Stillness is not emptiness. Stillness is fullness. It is the place where hope takes root and grows into strength. As you listen today, allow yourself to slow down. Let each word be like a deep breath. Let each pause remind you that you are alive, here, and capable of choosing optimism, even in the quietest moments. Stillness is often misunderstood. We think of it as doing nothing, but in truth, it is the most profound form of doing something. When we sit quietly, we are not wasting time. We are making space for the mind to rest, space for the heart to open, space for optimism to breathe. Think about the ancient statues that line gardens and temples. They do not move, yet they endure centuries. They weather storms, seasons, and silence. And still they stand. Their presence reminds us that there is a dignity, a quiet nobility, in stillness. In our own lives, we rush from moment to moment, missing the beauty that passes before us. But when we pause, even for a breath, we begin to notice. We notice the sound of the wind, the rhythm of our own heartbeat, the gentle smile of a stranger. Stillness is awareness, awareness is presence, and presence is the soil in which optimism grows. Optimism is not the denial of hardship. It is the courage to see beyond it. When chaos surrounds us, it is tempting to give in to despair, but optimism refuses to surrender, and stillness is the ally that helps it survive. In silence, the mind grows quiet enough to hear a softer voice, the voice that whispers, "This too shall pass." It is the reminder that struggles are temporary, but hope is enduring. Imagine a bronze statue reaching upward, its hands stretched toward the light. It has no voice, yet it speaks of strength. It has no words, yet it inspires courage. In stillness, that upward reaching becomes our own posture. We too begin to reach for the light, even in darkness. Stillness allows us to shift our perspective. Problems shrink, possibilities expand, doubt weakens, hope strengthens, and optimism, once fragile, becomes unshakable. There is a sacred kind of healing in silence. When we allow ourselves to rest in stillness, we stop running from our pain. Instead, we sit with it, breathe with it, and allow it to soften. Stillness is not about escaping reality. It is about facing it with gentleness. It is in silence that forgiveness arises. Forgiveness for others. Forgiveness for ourselves. And with forgiveness comes freedom. With freedom comes peace. And with peace comes optimism. Stronger, brighter, and more resilient than before. Think of a white marble statue seated in meditation. Around it, golden light pours through ancient ruins. There is no sound, and yet everything speaks. This image reminds us that in silence we are not empty, we are restored. The body heals in rest, the mind heals in calm, the spirit heals in stillness. Stillness is not something reserved for mountaintops or monasteries. It can be woven into our daily lives. It does not demand an hour. It asks only for presence, a single breath, fully lived, a single pause, fully embraced. In the morning, before the world awakens, sit in silence. Feel your breath. Watch the light return. In that moment, optimism begins, not as a distant dream, but as a living truth. During difficult times when anger or fear rises, pause, count to 3. Let silence guide your next choice. That pause could save your peace. That pause could open the door to hope. Stillness is a daily practice. It is not escape, it is preparation. It equips us to step back into the noise of life with strength, compassion, and optimism. Why does stillness matter for optimism? Because in stillness, we remember who we are. We remember that life is more than struggle. We remember that hope is always present, waiting to be noticed. Stillness is the soil. Optimism is the flower. One cannot live without the other. When you choose stillness, you are choosing more than rest. You are choosing to keep hope alive. You are choosing to see beauty again. You are choosing to believe that tomorrow holds promise. In silence, optimism whispers. And in that whisper lies the strength to begin again.